Hello everybody, it is Coach Gina back with you again today, and I am going to be taking you through your core workout. So what you're going to need today is a mat and some water close by, and if you are looking to keep score, since it is an AMRAP, a piece of paper and a pen close by so you can mark down as you finish each round, because your rounds completed will be your score at the end of this workout. Due to the fact that it is a core workout, we're going to do our whole warm-up on the floor. So we're going to start today in a side hover on the knee. Shoulder stacking over elbow, lifting, and then you're just going to hold this, and if you're able to, you're going to add that leg. You can also tap the toe. So let's hold this side for about 10 more seconds. And when I count you down, we'll just switch sides in 5, 4, 3, 2, let's go ahead, flip it onto the other side, shoulder directly over top of that elbow, keeping the knee on the floor. You can start and finish in this position, but if you're feeling like you're able to, you can lift that leg and come into a side hover with a leg lift. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Let's take it into a hover position. So you're going to take it up onto the toe, and we're going to do tap with the feet. So let's do 10 on the right. You can count. When you get to 10, you're just going to switch to the left. You can do this on the knee. Now on a plank, shoulders in line with your butt. So when you hit 10 on right, go 10 on the left. Shoulder over elbow. And if you feel like your core is slipping and you're losing your form, you can always drop to a knee. If you hit 10 before I do, go into a child's pose. And when you get your 10, flip it onto your back. Let's do some bridges. Feet towards the butt, palms up, lift, lower, lift, and lower. So the point of a bridge is to warm up the posterior chain, squeezing those glutes as you lift, rising chest toward that chin, and of course you want to keep the belly tight as you lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, and while I have you here, let's lift knees over hip and just do some toe taps. Once you have a few toe taps under your belt, I want you to go ahead and lift up the shoulders, reaching for the shoes. And then once you have that, try to take the legs out straight. And if that hurts your back at all, you are dropping it back into knees. 5, 4, 3, 2, and time. Due to the fact that we are going to be in side hover quite a bit today, I want to take some time to roll out the shoulders, making sure they're nice and lubricated. And then let's take care of the wrists. Just give me a little wrist shake. Shake them out real good, and then resume those shoulder rolls one last time. Beautiful job. So you can either go through these with me or you can watch. I'm going to demo each exercise in your AMRAP today. 15 minutes, as many rounds as possible. That means if you're going to be keeping score, have something close by that you can mark those rounds down on. You have several exercises to get through, but most of them are one side and then the other. They're all going to be 10. We're going to start with that side plank with a leg raise. So whatever side that you choose to start on, you're going to come into that side plank. 1, 2, up to 10. Your option is going to be on your toes. 1, 2, etc. When you hit 10 on that side, you're just going to slip over to the other side. Again, making sure that shoulder is coming over top of the elbow. You pick the plank position that works for you, and you add that leg raise. Those are your first two. And then your next two are standing. You're gonna take a narrow squat, push your butt back, 10, 9, 8. It's a lateral kick back, 10 on this side, 10 on the other side. You notice I am not standing up. If you absolutely need to shake it out, do that, and then drop right back in. 10, 10, back on the floor, flutter kicks. It's actually 20 on the flutter kicks, just counting the right leg though. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, option, 15, 14, 13, etc. When you finish your flutter kicks, write down a check mark or hashtag, hash mark on your paper. That's one round. As many rounds as you can get through is going to be your score. All right, so we have 15 minutes. Side plank right, side plank left. Low squat tap right, low squat tap left, flutter kick, all of them 10, with the exception of the flutter kick, is 20. All right, now you know. Let's go ahead and grab a quick sip of water. Meet me back here on this mat. We'll get started. All right, gang, back here for our 15-minute AMRAP. We do start with that side plank, leg raise, shoulder over elbow, in 5, 4, 3, 2, go. 10. If you're able to take it onto your feet, take it onto your feet. When you hit 10, carefully drop, switch to the other side. Watch the option. If you're not quite ready, if you have a shoulder issue or a hip issue, you can actually keep your hip down and still do this leg raise. You're going to feel a tremendous amount of work in that side glute, so don't be afraid to take that option. And then you have the knee option, and then last but not least, you have that toe option. When you hit 10, you are standing, narrow squat, drop it, 10, 9, 8, 7, and then just go into the other leg. Onto flutter kick, 20, counting the right leg. So we're gonna start on the back, shoulders up, 20, 19, 18, option, drop the toes to the mat. Option, drop the shoulders. When you finish your flutter kick, make that hash mark somewhere so you can keep track of your rounds. And then we're back into leg raises, 10 each side. I showed you options. Option 1, hip down. Option 2, one knee. Option 3, up on the feet. And then when you hit your 10, simply flip it over to the other side. The thing about side hovers, your shoulders are tending to get tired before anything else. So don't risk your shoulder by trying to stay on your feet. You can always drop it to that knee, and that's gonna take excess pressure out of that shoulder. So if you can do them all on your feet, awesome. But what I want to drive home is don't risk your shoulders for it. When you finish, 10 each side. We have those low squat tap backs. Sinking down, chest stays up. We don't want to lean forward. And then 45-degree tap. And then if you can, just switch right to the other side. And then into your flutter kick, 20, counting the right leg. Option, bend the knee. Option, drop the shoulders. When you hit your 20, mark it down on your paper so that you can keep track of your rounds. Shoulder, elbow. Make a decision. Do you want to be on a knee? Do you want to be on the hip? Do you want to be on the toes? And then we have those 10 lifts. When you hit your 10, flip it around. 10 on the other side. Once again, I want to make sure you know you can keep your hip on the ground and do a leg lift on the ground. You can lift onto a knee, or most advanced option is bringing it all the way up onto the toe and doing your side hover here. Once you finish your side hover, standing it up, 10 low squat kickbacks. So notice I'm keeping you more narrow here so we can get that proper 45-degree angle on the kickback. Bend your knees, still pushing into the heel, keeping that chest up and squeezing the gluteals. Now you should feel a nice amount of work in that standing gluteal. If you need to stand, give a little shake, that's fine, and then drop right back in to complete the other side. So now we're feeling a lot of work onto that other gluteal. And when you finish 10 each side, flutter kick, 20. Mark your rounds as you finish them, and then right in to your side hover. You guys, we just crossed the 9-minute mark, so you have about 8.5 minutes left in this workout. Lots of time to get lots of rounds in. Keep pushing. As you start to get tired, you're gonna find you might need to rest a little bit more. That's the great thing about an AMRAP. Rest until you can, right? Work till you can't. Rest till you can. It's in the great words of Jade Teta. All right, so you're going to lift either on the knee or up onto the toe, or maybe staying on the hip. Whatever you choose is amazing. Make sure it's challenging in your fitness level, right? If we want to push ourselves, one thing I like to remind people is if you don't try, you don't know. People will look at something and will say, I can't do that. But you don't know that you can't do something until you try it, right? And then we practice what? Progress, not perfection. So that is how we tackle things in Teacher Fit. After your side plank raises, we have those low squat kickbacks. into flutters. Option, knee drops over hip, you can drop the head and tap. After the flutter kick, it's when you mark down your round. And into side hover you'll go. Always checking proper alignment from shoulder to elbow, right? If you're out here, you're not gonna have a very stable base, and now you're putting your shoulder at risk. So always set up proper form first, and then make a decision. On the hip, on the knee, on the toe. And if you're deciding to go between these, just check to make sure that that shoulder isn't sliding or moving, that we're keeping it in that position that we need it to be in. When you hit 10, over to the other side. And then we go, those little tap backs. Just hit the 5-minute mark, 5 minutes to finish. Squeeze your butt, nice and tight as you kick it back. And then flutter kick. So, whenever you're on the floor for the flutter kick, think about connecting the hip back to the mat, right? So if you ever find that you're lifting up, that's when you're gonna wanna take that option. If you feel low back pain, that's when you're gonna wanna take that option. So, if this is getting too easy, try to take your arms overhead. So, if your low back is starting to talk to you, just take that option, right? Still counting to 20 and still just counting the right leg. And when you hit your 20, that's when you want to mark your hashtag down and come back into your side plank. All right, team, we're at about the 3.5-minute mark. Make a deal with yourself. How many rounds do you want to get done in the next 3.5 minutes, right? What can you do, right? What can you do? Don't let the mind say no. I want you to say, yes, I can, yes, I will. Make decisions, stick to your goals. Setting up, shoulder, elbow. So you notice I'm keeping my hips up. So if you find that your hips are dipping, drop to a knee. Really, really important to have strong form in any workout, absolutely any workout. When you're doing your core, you really need to be so aware of what's going on because we want to keep everything super tight and make sure we're hitting those muscles. So, if you find that you're having a hard time keeping those hips up on the legs, drop one knee. But again, if you find that you're dipping those hips down, drop down. You guys, this is still very challenging and I still feel it very much right where I'm wanting to feel it. When you finish, low jack. I keep saying low jack. It's not, it's a low squat tap back. My brain and my mouth are not working together today, you guys. Think about the goal you set. Think about why you start it. Let's reach that goal together. Whew, I'm getting sweaty. All right, this is where you mark it down. 45 seconds to go. What can you finish in 45 seconds? Yes, you can, yes, you will. I know you're strong. Let's do this, team. Option. Right here. "20 seconds. Come on, come on. Everybody works in the last 20 seconds. Let's get this done. Stay strong. Option on the knee. Time. All right, so if you finish right on those flutter kicks, you'll have an even number. If you finish like I did, halfway through my side plank, I would say, I wasn't counting my rounds, but let's say it was 5 plus 10 plus 10 plus 5, so 25. So that would be your score, okay? However many hashtags you have down, plus however many reps you finished past that last hashtag. Hopefully that makes sense to you guys. I keep saying hashtag. You guys know I mean hash mark, right? My brain is definitely not working today. I've even had coffee. All right, so now that you have kind of figured out your score, you know what you want to put into your app, let's go ahead and cool this down. Everyone should still be on the ground, so let's keep it on the ground. Let's just start with this nice, easy child's pose to start. Walk those fingers out, big reach right here. And then come up into tabletop and toes dip under, lift into downward dog. Nice stretch through the back of the body. And then I want you to bend the knees, side to side. Well, not side to side, just in and out, I guess. In and out. 5, 4, 3, 2, carefully and easily drop back down into that tabletop, sink back down into that child's pose. And when you're ready, come to seated position, taking your feet together into butterfly. Just let those hips fall. Relax. How did you guys do today? I hope that you had a great workout. I got pretty sweaty in that core workout. I hope you did too. From here, one leg out. Let's take the other leg over, and I love this stretch. You're gonna hug that knee towards the body, and then you're gonna turn towards the leg that is bent. And as you probably guessed, other side. Knee comes up, hug towards the body, turning in the direction of the bent knee. Beautiful. Let's finish by taking care of wrist and forearms. Take your fingertips toward the body, stretching out the wrist and the forearms, and then switch. And last but not least, I am going to take care of your shoulders. Lots of side planks today, so we do want to make sure we take extra special care of those shoulders. Let's open wide, bringing your shoulder blades together in the back, and then drop them down. If you had back pockets, they would literally drop into your back pocket. One arm across, keeping those shoulders down, getting a nice stretch. You can drop your head to the side opposite of the arm that's across. Let's open, shoulders in those back pockets, dropping head, opposite. And roll out those shoulders. You guys, amazing work today. Thank you for being here with me. Have the best day ever, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.